swap to this. Yeah, there. Get everything ready. Put some music real fast. We are scrambling. For those of you that are in the Aerial Discord, we're on a bit of a delay. Had some troubles getting the track onto the server list, so they've been doing that. So qualifying got delayed a little bit. That's why we are starting 50 minutes past the hour instead of 30 minutes. So yeah, just trying to get all that sorted out. Make sure I'm ready for server whenever it goes up. And then let me do this. I should think it's my first time streaming. Alright. I should probably do that. Alright. So here's your points coming in after last week. Obviously Cam, damn near perfect record, hasn't finished off the podium yet. He had round 3 and 4 where he, got third and second. But other than that, he's, won 4 rounds this year. The round 3 went to Jake. Round 4 went to TJ or Tyler Jai. So is that Reed being smooth and consistent? Hasn't gotten a podium yet, but you see there he's got a lot of, fourth place finishes. Got 3 of them. Got a 6th, 2 6, and then a 7th. So there's it. You obviously round 5 we had to kind of nullify it. I'm not too sure if we're gonna rerun it during the off week, but we'll see. But yeah, that's your points for that. Cam, you got that 23-point lead, and then 42 over Reed in third. And then it's looking like, if I could do math, 54 to TJ. Alright, and then we're gonna head over here to the 250 East. Saw round 1 last week. Obviously Froxy won by the skin of his teeth because Brad had cuts. Brad crossed the line first. Froxy came in across line P2, but got him off of cuts. And then we have, KFC in that P3 spot. Dylan, low cortisol, who is Aqua. Had to go back and look at that. Good old Aqua not running his usual name. You love to see it. Or TB as he was last year, I think. Yeah. These are all your points heading in there. You had Ryland, who's now on Power, or PWR in XCYS, instead of being a privateer now, so good on him. We'll see if we can get some quality results loaded in. It looks like, yes, we do. Alright, so for 450s, actually, we're going to do 250s because that's what we're going to be looking forward to. Got KFC getting second in qualifying, or sorry, P1. It's alternative IRL, where Heat 1 is P1, Heat 2 is P2. So, it's KFC, Brad, Ryland, Froxy, then we had Maxo, Nicholas, then it was Jay, and then Dylan, Dennis, Dr. Geo, Scoochie, Zor, Kgel, Token, Cloud, Turbo, Ethan, J Talon, Teets, and Pacquiao. A lot of, KTM still. The Huskies are Dylan and Froxy. And then here are a few that did not make it. Was Frederick, did not get to download his gear because it did not have perms on it for me. And then on to 450s. These are your results. Obviously, Cam P1 with that 1:18.2. Neon is going to be second in that heat. Third for Jake. Fourth for TJ. Fifth for Aiden. Sixth for Reed. Seventh, JS7. Eighth, Trey. And then there is the rest of the field, as you can see. Tissel did, in fact, make it. He had a 23 there, so he's going to be 15th in Heat 2. Linz, solid P4 qualifying. We'll see if he could back it up in the races. I was watching his stream earlier. He says he normally doesn't do too good whenever he qualifies. Good, he kind of sucks in the races, but we'll see. Laurent Dumas on the Fantic, only one on the Fantic as well, so be a good one. Let me look back at the heats real quick. Which one would gonna look for? I guess we're gonna watch Heat 2, since it does have our points leader of Froxy. So there are your results. I'm gonna put back up the slideshow for everyone. Please continue playing the music. Turn it down a little bit. get the vibes going. All right. Are you ready for some racing? One thing I do want to point out is I got bored. I applied it for, I'm sure you guys know what W is. It is a fucking, like, a thing similar to G-Subs, all that good stuff. But yeah, I applied to that. I guess they saw my shit and said we're good to go. So I have their stuff. So if you guys want any energy drinks or any, not energy drinks, fucking, I can't think of what they're called. Yeah, any of that shit. Yeah, you see it at the top. Type exclamation point W and it will pop up for you guys. You even got this little ad that pops up as well. Boom. So if you just go to the site, you just type in Talon, boom. At checkout, you get 10% off. Hell yeah. Big news for you guys. That's crazy. Foxy sent me stuff. I downloaded it and you can't see it. Crazy work from Frosty, sending me the wrong kit. I wonder if they just named it wrong. Let me go check my folders. There's a Husqvarna 250. There it is. They might have on it because I saw a thing that said replace with whatever it says. Replace their camo one. So I think he might have just sent me the camo one again. Unfortunate. This is going to be that. And then change this. Oh, it should be good. Just waiting. I don't know what for. People are all in on my end if you're watching this, friend, but streaming right across the bottom of the race schedule for you. I don't put the heat number mainly because I'm probably going to be swapping, and I pick kind of which heat number I do, so I just kind of put that. I'm watching 250 heat 2, then 450 LCQ, then both the mains. I think they're waiting on someone else in the other group, so they all kind of start them at the same time, and then we get everything else going. Alright, there we go. Alright. Let's get this ready. Oop, should probably swap that. Get that down, and then that. Oop, oop. My mic is deciding to kill me. But grabs her up. So he gets a jump. We're on the inside here. It's going to be a quick 180 across the stars tray. Ooh, some people trying to get early. Long gate hold here. Longest one I've seen down. It finally goes. Dylan almost looping out here. It's going to be Nicholas into the first turn going, shoving Liquid a little wide, and he's going to be the whole shot for Nicholas. And we got Liquid and Brad here. Randy looks like Froxy is buried in the pack. Might have went down in that first turn. Carnage. Nicholas gets a step on. Can't step off with the speed of these 250s. And Brad looking down the inside now, seeing if he can make something happen. Scrubbing this Supercross triple. Haven't really seen what the start was going to look like, so here's the first one of the night. We'll see if things get a little smoother later on. We see Dylan. We're looking for the other Husky of Froxy. There he is, your points leader. Finally see him come on through. We'll see how far up he can go. Dr. Gio's off the track. Then we see Dylan moving forward. Everybody casing. It's all carnage, but it's going to be Nicholas leading him across the finish line, followed by Brad. You see him going the opposite way. Oh, looks like that is Burger getting tossed around here. And then Dr. Gio off the berm. So we're going to go on just a little bit forward here. Victor. And I think that is Victor, your defending champ. Maybe it might be a different Victor, I believe. But there's Dylan. Yeah, it's 128. So it's a different Victor here. As we finally see Froxy's up to P8 now after that first turn Carnage, and Randy is in that final trim spot. Getting a little swapped in the whoops. He's able to save it. Does he have the speed for the triple? He does. Gets it cleanly. And then more people are down. It's Liquid, Theo, and Zor all down together here. And here comes Keelan coming on in to move forward. Lands on Liquid, and over the berm he goes, front flipping. And Dylan and Packy are going to go through. And Jay Talon gets into him. He was in the main last week. Actually had a good finish in the points, so he's looking to move forward. And then we see Turbo here all the way in the back on that Black Rifle Coffee, who I think was also in the main. He might have got lapped, not completely sure. And then we see Theo going down again. So Dylan moving forward. And we'll see whenever timing and scoring. And it looks like Froxy all the way up into P2 ahead of Brad through all the carnage. He's somehow made his way up here in just 2 laps. He's gone from dead last. It's actually been almost a full lap around the track. He's gone from dead last all the way up to P2 now. So he's moving through the pack here, showing why he should be the points leader and why he has a good chance of making it all the way through. But Brad, the one who fought him tooth and nail, kind of struggling in Supercross as of late, or through his whole career so far, but has been good in outdoors. And now he's sticking with Froxy, trying to put the pressure on. We'll see if he can make any mistakes or even beat Brad. So he's jumping all the way from the left side to the right to get the triple. Both kind of case it. Froxy's able to get the triple up, but cases that. Brad smartly checks up and goes double single. Let's watch him through the whoops. It looks like the leader of Nicholas getting a little squirrely out there with Froxy and Brad still keeping close. Even a case for Nicholas. So now Froxy and Brad are right on him to battle for this heat race win here. We look back, we see Zor, Liquid, Randy. Then we got Theo as well, with Dylan having to roll. Oh, what a scrub from Burr. Absolutely tossing over Supercross triple to try to catch up to P9. And Liquid getting into Dylan here. This is battle for P9. 3 yards ahead of him. Dylan shoves Liquid off the track. And through goes Burger into that P9 transfer spot now. We'll see how long he could hold on. Randy getting ahead of Theo here. Dylan getting in the back of him. Down he goes. And we'll see if he gets up quick enough. Having to struggle through the sand on that 250 power. Liquid jumps over that first single. Double across the start straight. Does he get the quad? No, he's going to check up, go triple, and then try to triple, but he's on the lower side, so it kind of screwed him up there. Cased a tiny bit, but now Dylan has to go on the offensive here with Liquid, just up ahead of him in that final transfer spot. So Dylan P10, Liquid P9. It looks like Brad got by Froxy up ahead. You see on timing and scoring. Might be just because of cuts. Yeah, it is because of cuts because Froxy's up ahead of him just down the road. Brad actually has Nicholas. Oh, and Dylan sends Liquid off the berm, takes himself down with him, and now he's going to have a group of 5 riders right behind him. Definitely had time to wait. He had 2 minutes and a lap to go, and now Zachar down the inside. Ooh, keeping it close. Leo makes a mistake right behind him, and Zachar loses position to Jay Talon. So Dylan had enough time to just kind of wait it out and not fully force one, and Liquid cuts across on the takeoff of the jump, sends him flying both opposite sides of the track. Hits a bad rut there and goes down for Liquid. And Jay Talon Case is going double, triple, single. Now Liquid right next to Dr. Geo. So going through the whoops. Here they come. Dr. Geo, small mistake of his own. Now Jay Talon has Dylan off of cuts, but down he goes over that inside berm and off the track, so that's going to cost him even more time. He's got a minute and a lap to go to catch back up to him, but he's got all these riders ahead of him battling, and it looks like Zachar goes down on the back of Leo on that virtual machine. And we'll see how far up Jay Talon goes. He's off track. That's going to give him some cuts there. And now Zachar's trying to battle with him, doubling across the start straight. Case for Jay Talon. That might almost put him out of it unless we have some fights. It looks like Brad is 4 seconds in the clear of Froxy here. So let's see if we could find Dylan, your final chance spot. There he is. Looks like Randy's actually up to 9th. So who did they get by? I'm trying to see. I'm not sure I could see anyone who actually went down and lost a whole bunch of places, but looks like Randy's now in the final transfer spot as Dylan might have just got by him. Got 26 seconds plus a lap to go here. Scrubbing over the finish line double. He's going to get this second one. Got to be careful on these ruts. Far right and far left are kind of the simple way to go. There's kind of this middle one right here that you could land as well to get a good drive. But other than that, you're kind of in the deep end and almost certain for a crash with the bad kick there from that little wall jump. Oh, and it looks like Leo is down behind him, so he has a whole bunch of riders coming in. Dr. Geo looks to be the only one to catch up as Leo went down, but Dr. Geo does have cuts. Dylan is slowly moving forward. Yes, Theo up ahead of him. Randy making mistakes, and now Dr. Geo is closing in here to get the final chance spot. Makes a mistake out of the corner. He might be out of gas. He might have underfueled. It looks like he did underfuel, and Dr. Geo is out of this thing by not putting enough fuel in his bike before the race. So that helps out Randy a ton with Dr. Geo underfilling his bike. And so now he just has to keep it steady for these next 2 laps, or really lap and a half here. And he's going to be into this main event. With Jay Talon now looking to close on in with Turbo right behind him. So we're going to head up. We see Randy here. Now he's kind of all by himself. Doesn't really have to worry. It is the final lap here. 4 year later, we see a 4-way battle between Berger, Dylan, Theo, and Herfy. Dylan getting around Theo now, so that's another 2 spots for him, helping him out massively, even with the amount of cuts that he has. But up front, as we see these guys actually battle real quick, we'll go up to Brad in a little bit later once he's closer to the end of it. Right side and left side, we'll see how equal they are. They both check up to the double, double, double. Might be the most consistent way for these 250 series. That triple is even big for some of the 450 guys to get. So jumping through the whoops is Dylan. Gonna move forward a bit. We got Zor here who's in 4th. And then we got Nicholas in 3rd. We move up just a tiny more bit, and it's Froxy in P2. And then Brad, who, like I said, caught up to Froxy. He had a little bit of help from lappers last week, or Sunday, I guess. And, you know, he got across the line first, but had a second of cuts over Froxy's. Froxy's down again. So Brad looking to stamp his name in the Supercross Championship. He got the outdoor title last year. You know, he has that number 4 for a reason. He's looking to stamp his name in the Supercross names to get one done. But your heat race winner in heat number 2 is going to be Brad across the line here, proving that he has the pace here at Daytona. It is more known as an outdoor style track, so we'll see if that benefits him here, if he could catch up and pass Froxy and make it, you know, a tie or even take the lead auto himself by the end of this. Nicholas gets 3rd. Zor's going to get him off of cuts. to come across the line in P4. We go back a bit. It's Randy and Dylan battling. Randy making some moves of his own, moving up here, but he has some cuts, so Ray's going to cross the line before Dylan, but he's going to finish in P6. It looks like he's going to get 7th, actually, and Berger's going to get both of them. So he backslips over the finish line. Then we got Theo, Herfy, Turbo getting just 10th, one spot out. Fortunate for him, but see if he can make it through the LCQ here. Then we got Leo. And then we got Pacquiao, Victor, Token, and then JS, along with Liquid, Keelan, Zachar, and Dr. Geo, who probably would have made it in, but he underfielded his bike. So unfortunately, that cost him his chance of getting in. So now, on the way forward. I'll find him now. Like, Jesus, where's he at? Where's this idiot at? There he is. I don't see no butt patch. But the bike looked good. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Gates ready to drop on the 4th DLCQ. Oh my god, there we go. Sorry, I completely missed that. Reed absolutely sent it in the first corner, goes down. It's going to be Trey with the whole shot with JS7 following him in pursuit. We got Dizzle P3, LaFloyd in P4, Dizzle making a mistake. Dorian Merritt trying to jump through. Reed tripling over everyone's head. See if he can move forward, but it's Trey and JS7. Down the inside goes Darks. Dorian Merritt on Dizzle, absolutely scrubbing it there. See what all these guys can do. JS7 kind of misses the right. Dizzle, I don't know if he got hit there because of lag or not. He is an NA player racing on EU servers, so that might have been what happened to him. But we got Reed sitting in P4 with Dark in P3, Dorian Merritt P2, and I think it is Trey out in P1 and leading him across the start-finish line. He's got 4 minutes here and a 5-minute LCQ. Try to get things done. That's roughly about 3 laps, maybe 4, if you count the extra lap added on to. Ooh, Reed getting the back of Dark, almost goes down, somehow saves it. Now he's got J7 and Boxio to worry about. He's going to have to double, triple, single. Does he get it cleanly? He does. J7 and Boxio get into it, and they both go down. Reed being the luckiest rider of all time here, having everything go wrong around him to help move him on forward here. See just what happens. Dizzle finally up in the mix here. Again, after going down, Reed casing a triple in, I think. And then Dizzle going off track. Everybody just making problems here on this Daytona track. See Dizzle kind of fade out a little bit, but we'll see what can happen here with Reed if he could hold on. He's got JS7 right behind him, who went down but somehow caught back up on that 48 machine on that Element FXR. Reed makes a mistake. Cannot get the triple onto this little table here. JS7 gets it, but cases. Cannot step off. Goes for the triple single. Gets it cleanly. Now he's going to be right behind him here. Cannot get the inside rut. Goes for the second one. Chooses not to follow, which is kind of the move here in these LCQs. If someone makes a mistake ahead of you, you don't want to be right behind him. Just like that, Reed makes a mistake, and JS7 runs into him following that one line, and it costs him a chance at making a pass here. Not 100% sure if he even wants to make a pass sitting in this P4 position. Or sorry, P5, looking at P4 here. See what can happen here. Gets the finish line cleanly, but he lost some time there on those little switchbacks. So we'll see what Reed can do, if he can hold on here. He's got 2 minutes and a lap to go. So roughly about 2 or 3 laps. Mistake up ahead of him. I think that is Dark. It is. GS7 going to triple over him. Down the inside. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. Down the inside he goes. Pass on Dark into that P4 spot. And then now Dark is on the outside looking in. Oh, mistake for GS7. Hits the big old pothole in there. Someone called it a semi-truck sized pothole earlier in the sand and absolutely took him down. And now he's getting passed by LaFloyd or LaFlode. And now it is still Dark in that P4 spot, all alone here. He's got a bunch of riders behind him, but they got a little bit of gap. LaFloyd down. Now J7, Dizzle, Laurent Dumois coming on through here in that P6 spot. Gotta wait and see how far forward these guys can get. Dark still sitting in that P4 spot. Someone down behind him. I think that it was Laurent in the background going down. So JS7 still has to move forward here. He has to be cautious. He's got 2 laps to get it done with a minute 10 left to go in a lap. So we'll see just how far forward he could get, or even just how far ahead the leader is on, crossing the finish line just before the timer expires. Oh, Reed over the bars at the end of the whoops. Bike goes flying. Looking like 2020 Jet Lawrence there at Anaheim too. And now Dark is closing in. Can't even get the double out of the corner. Don't know what Reed is doing here. He looks to just be randomly stopping or going. Like he's afraid to even double some stuff there. It's got the 40 power, can make it easy out of a corner. But we'll see what J7 is. He's messing up the sand. Here it goes. Gets the double across the start straight. Does he get the quad? Gets it. I think he barely cased it to where he's going to barely case this. Goes for the step off. Gets it cleanly, though. And so through he comes. You see the leader just up there. He's got 9 seconds. He isn't going to get to the finish line, so he's got 1 lap left to go. We'll see how close GS7 can get here. He's got 4 seconds to close in on Dark. And if Reed keeps making mistakes, he might even be the one on the bubble coming towards the end of this race here. Final lap here. We got Dorian Merritt crossing the line there to take the white flag. And you got Trey and Reed battling. Dark is down out of the final corner. And here comes GS7 down the left-hand side. Going to make the pass over the finish line. And into P4 goes GS7. Now Dark is on the outside looking in after being in the transfer spot all moto here. Hits one of the roughest parts of the track. Can he get the triple in? He goes for it. Gets it cleanly. He's not going to triple into the corner here. Looking down the inside. Thinks better of it. Follows him through on the outside here. We'll see how they get through the whoops. Tiny mistakes for both of them. Dark has a worse run by the end of it. And then through they come into the switchbacks before the sand. Gets the triple-double cleanly for both of them. They just got Reed and Trey up ahead of them. So if those two either make a mistake, they're going to be in some deep water here. With Dark looking down the right-hand side. J7 has a run in the whoops. Looking down the right-hand side. Has to back out of it by the end of it. So we'll see if he gets a drive. They have to get this double across the start. Then they got a quad. J7 might be casing it. He does. Dark checks up, goes triple. Now he has the run down left-hand side. Hits the wall cleanly. Kind of cases it. Triple single into this corner. Looking down the inside. We'll see if they can get it done. Looking for it. He has to get a better drive here. He's got only a few corners to go and the switchbacks. So down the inside here, it's a one-lined track. Once they get into this section here, then they're going to go outside to get the double. And then they're going to single onto the start here. Looking down the inside. J7 has line. Dark backs out. Tries to get him on pace. He has one last shot to go. Trey makes a mistake, but he's going to be fine. Dark cannot get the drive. It's going to be JS7 getting the final transfer spot out of the LCQ here. After Dark having it for so long, he unfortunately cannot keep it all the way to the end. So it's going to be Dorian Marriott, Reed, Trey, and JS7 advancing through out of this fourth LCQ. Then we got Dark, Laurent, Dumois, Dizzle, Cam, Keen, 989, Dominic. We got Boxiel, Robo, Peter Larkin, LaFloden, Joku, Yachty, T-Sick, all going home tonight. Only 17 riders finished this main event, this LCQ. So we have to go to the main events here. What an amazing race. We'll see if we get anything close to that in these main events. But until then, there's going to be some good fighting here for this championship. And, we had the 250 race. We had your 2 in points of Brad and, gosh, if I could think of his name. Oh, yeah. No, there's two Huskies in this thing, all right? We got Froxy and Dylan. But it's going to be KFC, Brad, Ethan, Froxy, Cloud, Zor, Serov, Nicholas, Dennis, Berger, Ollie Roy, Dylan, Crazy Boy, Randy, Ryland, Gates are up. Revs are up, Gates down. And Dylan's still on the far inside. So he gets a good jump. It's going to be KFC. Froxy having some problems there in the middle. But KFC is leading them across the way. I believe he is third in points here, trying to move on forward in this championship catch up. He's got Brad, who's second in points right behind him. Then we got Dylan tripling on through past them both. Brad looking down the inside. Theo pushes him wide into Dylan. Down goes Dylan. Down goes Brad. And somebody gets into Brad. It looks like it was Dennis on the DXN machine. But leading early, it's going to be KFC here in this 250 main event, followed by Serov. And then we got Randy, Theo, Alexi, Zor, Dylan, Cloud, everybody moving on through. Ethan, Ryland still have not seen Froxy. He's buried down in the pack. Looks to be in about 18th or so. But crossing line first is going to be KFC leading the way here. We'll see how far he can get moving on forward. So Serov sitting in P2, a privateer rider with Randy and Theo. I mean, he's looking like Ryland. He just moves on forward. Theo down. Hits a bad kicker. Over the bars he goes. And we finally see Brad once again. He's up ahead of Froxy still, but not by much. So we see Dylan moving forward as he went down. We have Serov, the privateer. Like I said, Ryland had a good ride last week, and he ended up on a team heading into this week. I do not see Ryland, though, so actually, never mind, I do. I'm just blind. He's in P7. But Dylan moved forward into P5. And then, mistakes in the back. Froxy's down in the background on the double-triple line. So we got to keep pushing forward, see how these guys are going to do here with Ryland moving forward, trying to catch up to Theo, Randy, and the group up ahead of him, with Serov leading the way, with Dylan and Zor battling up front of it for that P5 spot here. See just how far they can get once timing and scoring kind of reworks itself. Actually, these guys are battling up for P2 as KFC is in the lead. Still, sorry. So this is a battle for P2, not P5, between Dylan and Zor after timing and scoring updates. Then we got Zera P4 here, Ryland P5. Brad is all the way back up to 6. Froxy's still down in 18th place here. So as it stands right now, KC would be your points leader with Brad in P2, I do believe. So moving on through here, Dylan's still leading this group here. Got a little bit to go to catch up to KFC, sorry. But they're going double, double, double here. More consistent line. Zor almost goes over the bars there, but keeping a hold of it. Through the whoops they go. See if anyone has problems. Dylan, small mistake, able to wheelie on out of here. So we're kind of jumping. Riley gets a better drive than most of them. Brad's tiny mistake of his own here. Let's see. Oh, Zaire. Instead of Zort, that's alright. Fair enough. Oh, Zaire. Okay. Just put a Y instead of an X then. That would make more sense. Alright, well, Dylan and Zaire now sitting still. P2 and P3 trying to hold on here. And we got KFC still leading the way. He's got a 7-second gap, trying to do what Froxy did last week. Get a good start and try to pull ahead. And Froxy's still down in P19, so he's struggling on this Daytona track. With Dylan still P2, Zaire is P3. And then we got Ryland. And then Brad in P5, I believe, ahead of Serov. Now we'll see when they cross the line if he has cuts or not. So here they come, and it is Brad is going to have P5 now. So Brad's slowly moving forward. He has to win if he wants to have the points lead, because I think KFC does have him off cuts, though. Or not cuts, sorry, because he got P3 last week. Dylan, we got Zaire battling with Ryland. Oh, Dylan off the side of the track there, struggling at the loops, and Zaire and Ryland both go on through. So now this is the battle for P2. Ryland, like I said, he got a heat race win last week, and we'll see if he can continue that trend onto this week to try to get a main event podium. As of right now, he's looking to have it. Just got to get past Zaire, who he does have him off of cuts. Zaire, mistake on the outside. Ryland jumping left. I don't think he's going to get it. He's going to jump back right underneath Zaire. Zaire jumps over him, gets the triple. He's going to go double. Try to get on off. Ryland jumps for it, cases, and Zaire's going to hold on just up ahead of him now. And then they got Brad trying to get past Dylan. Mistake for Dylan. And Brad's going to hold on and get ahead of him now. So that's up to P4 now for Brad. So he's slowly moving forward. You see Froxy up to 15th now. Your points leader trying to hold on. Ryland gets ahead of Zaire. And we'll see just how far they can get. But it's now a 12-second gap to KFC. It's now looking to take the red plate after tonight. If he just holds on here at Daytona. Brad up to P4. He's got Dylan and Serov right behind him. So see what Brad can do here. See how far up he could get. He got Froxy and kind of pulled away from him in the heat race to get the main event win. He's still getting the triple here. See just so far. Oh, he misses the whoops. That's going to give him a ton of cups. Kind of a smart move to not get back on track in the middle whoops because it's more likely to crash there than just going around and get the ruts and losing. Just a tiny bit of time, get rid of more from crashing. So Zaire just ahead of him. Looks like Nicholas had a mistake at the end of the whoops. See Cloud. There's Ollie Roy Froxy going down once again with this group here. So he was finally working his way up into the top 10. So even more problems for him. But now Brad closing in on Zaire and Ryland here to move up into P2. Gets the triple out barely, cases a tiny bit, but does a little side scrub to almost completely cancel it out. Looking down the inside here, takes the inside rut, still gets the triple here. So Brad on the move here, trying to keep on moving forward. See how much pass he can get. I have a feeling he's going to get both of them and move into P2, but I don't know if he has enough time to catch up to KFC unless there's some mistakes up front. Outside for Brad instead of inside there. He's going to line up here. I think it's about even, honestly, just not having to let off going outside. So scrubbing the finish line up. Looks like Dylan has Brad off of cuts now. So Brad did get 2 seconds from going off the track in the whoops there. Gets the drive, gets the triple. He's going to go for the second one. Gets that one cleanly. Oh, and he's into the tough blocks in the whoops. Somehow saves it. Does not go down. Ooh, just barely avoids Dylan there. He's going to get back on. He's going to continue his race here. Looks like Casey had a mistake because now Ryland has it down to 7 seconds between them. So now Ryland is closing in to make a first win here for his new team of PWR. Makes a mistake out of the sand. Can't get the double cleanly. He's going to go for the triple. Go for the triple again here. So now KFC is just up the road. You see him right there going over the Supercross triple. But we'll keep an eye on Ryland here, see how far up he can move. Zaire still sitting in P3 on that number 19 machine. P4 for Dylan ahead of Brad after that mistake in the whoops for him. So KFC got the whole shot. Now he's trying to lead start to finish here. All these guys moving forward. So we'll see what Cloud can do here. He's closing in. Do we see Froxy or nope? That's Nicholas and Ollie, and then we see Froxy up to 8th. So I think he has both of them off of cuts here. Keep an eye on timing and scoring. You see Ryland has it down to 6.9 seconds. Who's that off the track? That's Cloud. So now Froxy might get another one. He has Ollie Roy. Oh, and Nicholas just sends Cloud flying there. Could have been Cloud doing it. I don't know because I think Cloud had the inside. Didn't fully see it. Was looking back a bit at them. I might have caught it on the camera. But Nicholas loses time because of it. Now he's his teammate of KJL right behind him. But now it's Froxy getting ahead of Ollie Roy. So that moves him up into 7th now for sure. Even without the cuts. Now it's back up to 7.7 now for the leader. Dylan is down here. So Brad got by him up into P4. And we have Serov right behind him. Ooh, a little squirrely out of the sand. Does he get the double? Cases it. Does he get the triple? He does. And now he's going to stay left side to get the second triple. Easier. There's KFC. Not really talking about him. Ooh, never mind. Thought he was going over the bars there, but just barely saved it. And it looks like Zaire is up to P2. So Ryland had a mistake of his own. And down he goes into P3. So he was looking good to try to close in on KFC late here. But unfortunately, his own mistakes cost him that time, and down into P3 he goes. And another mistake for him as he goes over the rut there, cuts across, and Brad is going to move on into P3 on track. But because of his 4 seconds of cuts over Ryland, it's going to cost him even more time. He's going to go down to P4 on timing and scoring. He stays right side, cases a tiny bit. Does he still go for it? He does. Ryland tries to follow in pursuit, cases a tiny bit. Does he get the second one? Cases that one. So now Brad has a little bit of breathing room into the ruts here. Even a P2 finish for Brad would be good, but even a P3 might even be just as good because he's only losing 5 points to KFC. He had 2 on him last week, so it would bring him only 3 points back heading into round 3 of the East Coast Championship here. Especially with Froxy losing some time. He's down in P6 now, so Brad only gains 2 points on him, so he'd still be 1 point back on Froxy here. Oh, down goes Ryland. Could not get the double across the start straight. And unfortunately, that puts him a little bit too far back for Brad. And that's going to let Brad get by him Even with his cuts, and Froxy is slowly closing in. You see him in the background. You actually know that's Dylan, my bad, the other Husqvarna rider. And then there is Froxy sitting in P6. So, move on forward. And Brad still not ahead of Ryland after all, because of all the cuts. So, that would be a 7-point swing for KSC. So, that'd put Brad 5 points back. It would put Froxy 3 points back. No. Maybe. See, so we got third, so it's 1, 2. Yep. It put him 3 points back, and Brad would be 5. So keep an eye. We'll see what Brad can do, how far forward he can get. He does have KFC. Might have made some more mistakes because Zaire is a little closer. It's down to 7.9 here. He's just got to hold on for 3 minutes plus a lap. It is a long track, so that could be what's working for these guys. And also, you saw in the heat race, Dr. Gio ran out of gas, underfueled his bike. So we'll see if any of these guys do that here. And we'll see if anything can happen. But Brad closing in on Zaire. So now he's up to 30 as Ryland off of cuts. So it'd make it a 5-point swing after he beat KC by 2, I believe, last week. So with that in mind, it is going to be 3 points up for KFC. And he is going to be, looks like right now he's going to be 2 points up on Froxy. Or sorry, 3 points up on Froxy. So Brad and Froxy would be tied for P2 with Casey getting both here, unless Brad can make some moves and, pass Zaire and even leave him because he has that many cuts. So you have to wait and see for it to happen here. Gets the triple, kind of cases, going to case the second one out. Does lose his time here. Zaire getting a little squirrely into the whoops. Brad's going to have a big run into him. Look at all the time you gain up just from that tiny mistake in the whoops. And now Brad is close, but he's got to, like I said, got to get that 4 seconds on him. I think it might be 3 because of Zaire's own cuts. We'll wait and see. Then you got Ryland in the background. Froxy is battling with Dylan still, and now he's fully ahead of him. So Froxy in P5, and then you see Brad trying to catch up to the rear wheel of Zaire. He sees him right in front of him. Goes through his triple. Let's see just what can do. Yeah, Nova taking over here, getting the top 3 in this race. Getting all the fast guys. And then they both tire tat that. Zaire cutting all the way over. Trying to hold the inside lines from him, not letting him take any advantage. See if... Don't know if these two are in the call. Obviously, they're on the same team, but not super sure on that. I know Brad is French. Don't know about Zaire completely on what nationality he is. Ah, fair enough. Well, they got a minute and a lap to go. And does he get the triple? Brad goes for it. Gets the first one. Going for the second one. It's honestly not that much quicker. Maybe gain like a 10th on the 250s compared to just going double and staying low. Dutch and South Africa. That's a combo. But Brad right behind him. Oh, it's down to 5 seconds. So Brad down the right-hand side after a mistake in the sand for Zaire. And Brad's going to go on through. But like I said, he has all those cuts. It's not really going to matter where he gets on track unless he's 4 seconds up the road. But KFC making mistakes of his own up front. Time is going to expire. They got 1 lap left to go here. Through he goes. Now he's gaining time on Zaire. So we got to wait and see. So realistically, I think Brad is about 5, maybe 6 seconds behind KFC on track. But with all the cuts, it's costing him so much time. Here they come. KFC takes a white flag here. We'll see how far back Brad is and Zaire. So Brad comes through. And then there goes Zaire. So it's 6.9 for Zaire. So it's probably about a second or two up to Brad. So it's really 5 or 4 seconds Oh, case for Brad. Can't get the triple out. So through they go. We'll see if Zaire tries to force anything. He might know that he has him off of cuts. Oh, almost over the bars there. Barely able to save it. But through he goes. And now we'll see how far Brad can get to catch up to him. Right now, like I said, he's going to be 3 points back, but he could be only 1 if he pulls far enough ahead of Brad. Now KFC looking to lap some people. He just lapped Crazy Boy. We'll see if he could stay up. He's got 3 more corners to go to secure a win here at round number 2. Through the off-camber corner. Cutting back, time to jump across the start straight. And then he's got the switchbacks. Gets the double cleanly. He's going to single into the corner. Does he go inside? He does. Takes the roughness. 1 more corner to go here. Through the final corner he is. KFC's going to take his first win of the year and win the 250 East round number 2 at Daytona. And he's going to take the points lead along with it. Brad's going to cross the line in P2. Is Zaire close enough? No. Brad's going to get P2 and he's going to be 1 point behind at the end of this. Zaire's going to be P3. Ryland's going to come across in P4. And we finally see Froxy, your points leader, heading into tonight, is going to cross the line in P5. It's going to put him about 3 points down in this title fight. It is a Nova podium 1, 2, 3 with KFC, Brad, and Zor. So KFC, he's going to take the victory here. Red plate, he's going to have a 1 point lead over Brad. He's going to have a 3 point lead over Froxy. So it is going to be a close one here. Heading into round number 3 of 250 East as wait for all the other riders to cross the line here. Let me check it out here. So Zaire was 9th at round 1. Ryland was 6th, so he's going to come across to P4. So he's going to be 4th in points now. So Ryland was there. Over 1K, was it worth it? But it's going to be KFC, Brad, and Froxy on your podium, in your 1, 2, and 3 in points. And Zaire gets that P3. Whoa, did not mean to do that. Alright, so let's see. We got Jake, Boy, Aiden, Trojan, Neon, Chase, Cam, Linz, Messi, Fresh, Tyler, Ashford, Davey, Callum, Miles, Vendrami, Meeks, Fish, Dorian Merritt, Reed, Trey, and JS7 here. So revs are up. We got all the Element FXR boys down the inside. We'll see what they could do here. Gate is down. See who gets a good jump. It looks like Neon's getting a good one into the first corner. It goes a little wide, and it's going to be Jake and Boy and Aiden, all the Element FXR guys with Cam there. Neon going down, barely gets avoided for Cam. Oh, he has some mistakes. Dorian Merritt gets into him. But it is still all the Element FXR boys, 1, 2, 3 of Jake, Boy, and Aiden. Lynn's looking down the inside on that AGP machine with Dorian Merritt right behind him. Then we have Ashford, Cam slowly moving forward with Reed right behind him. So see what Jake can do with a good start now. See if he can claw his way back into this championship. Need some of his teammates there to hold off Cam to give him even more points. He's even got Lynn's up here looking to get back on the podium. I don't believe it's had one since round 1. So coming onto the first lap, Boy's having some struggles, but Jake is going to lead him across the finish line at the end of lap number 1, or the end of the first half lap here. And we got Cam right behind Lynn, staying on the left-hand side of the track here to get the triple in cleanly. There's the triple, gets the second triple over to Aiden. Ooh, kind of cuts him off there. And through the whoops we go. See who can get him, who's struggling. Oh, looks like Boy was struggling a little bit. Lynn's struggling. Cam gets around the left-hand side of Lynn's, jumps on by him, and into P3 he goes here. Cuts down here. Goes for the triple double here. Ooh, small mistake for Limbs, and Aiden has to check up because of it. So we're going to see what happens with Cam up front here on that Moto Academy. Shane scrubs too hard. Ooh, barely sees it out of the sand. Aiden not close enough to make something happen. Another mistake for Cam. Lynn's quadding on by. He's going to check up and only double. Cam cases a step on there. Reed gets it cleanly. He's going to jump on by both of them into that P3 spot, take the inside line, and through he goes on Cam and Lynn's here. So Lynn scrubbing a little too hard, going off the track, just a tiny bit into the top blocks. Looks like Boyd got around his teammate of Jake here, and now Cam is working on Reed for P3. Looking to make a pass here. He's sitting right behind him on that rear tire. Going for the single, kind of down the inside. He goes, thinks better of it, backs out, has a run on Reed, forces him to the outside, takes the line away. P3 for Cam. Reed is going to move back to P4. Now I have to worry about Lynn's catching up behind him. So through they go. It looks like Boy and Jake are leading the way still, with Cam slowly closing in here to try to make things interesting and salvage as many points as he can if he cannot get the win here over Jake. Down the inside, Reddy goes to get a drive through the whoops. Gets the Supercross triple. And then he's going to take the inside here, cut down, get the triple, get the double into the corner. Looks like Aiden's making a move on Lynn's there into P4. He gets it cleanly. Sorry, P5, I mean. With Lynn's now down into P6. So through they go. We're going to keep an eye out front. It's still Boy leading. Cam over jumps the double. Gonna have to check up and go triple here. He's gonna go for the triple over this here and get the triple out. And down the inside, Ruddy goes. See if he can catch up to Jake, who's right in front of him there on that element. Sorry, Boy, make a mistake. Off the track he goes. Now Jake is gonna be right back on him. We'll see if he can make a pass. He misses the rut. Jake jumping down the right-hand side, gets the single into the corner. He's gonna make the pass back into the lead here, with Boy right behind him, but now Cam is closing in here. This is not what he wants. Still got 16 minutes to go, and Cam is already up to the front. Jake jumps off the track, comes back on. Can't scrub hard enough to stay lower. Boy scrubs too hard to stay too low. Down left-hand side he goes. Oh my god, Neon, what happened to you? Already retired. Oh, and Jake can't get the triple out. Almost goes down, and now Cam into the lead. Boy tries to get a drive through whoops, gets a little too squirrely, makes a mistake, and Jake is going to get by him, and Cam is in the lead here early once again, like he's done almost every week that he's won, and now Jake is trying to keep it close with him, try to put up another fight like they did in San Diego earlier in the year, where they battled tooth and nail all the way to the end of the race, with Jake barely losing out. Oh, hits the crater in the sand and almost goes over the bars. Can't make it happen, and now Boy off the side of the going to get the double. Actually, he's going to stay ahead of him, gets the triple as Jake cases the quad and send for Boy to get the triple, and then triple into the corner. So now there's a battle between the teammates here. Yeah, come on, Neon, you had me download your skins just for you to quit 4 minutes in? Come on. But Boy holding on strong. It looks like Lynn's got around Reed here back here, so Reed having some struggles of his own. After going to that LCQ, think he'd have a little bit more time racing, know how to race these guys, and you know, he's up here early. Where's Miles at? There's TJ, Aiden, Callum, and then there's Miles on that Virtual Moto X Genesis machine. Running the 261 in EU, but he's running 262 on the gear. I highly doubt anyone else picked 262, but I ain't. And we got Dorian and Chase right behind him on Nova. Then we finally see Georgian down in P11, showing some good rides. Maybe just not putting in the time, obviously, with servers getting attacked. It's kind of hard to really want to play the game with that. But Lynn's moving forward in P4. He does have Boy. Oh, it looks like Jake is down at a P2. Not exactly sure what happened to Neon. I just looked down and we were 3 to 4 minutes in and he had already retired. Oh, over the bars goes Reed. Oh my god, Tyler over the bars himself. Jeez, nobody can get that rhythm line clean. Gift you what? Might have to change my thing, but for me it says gift me and then it 3 asterisks. So all right, settle down. I'll probably have to change my settings to allow me to see that, but right now we're going to focus on the racing real quick. Yo, Neon, settle down. Settle down, Neon. But Boy here is still sitting in P2 with Jake P3 and then Linz in P4. I mean, I get it, but like you still had 16 minutes to at least get up to top 10. So we'll see what Linz could do. He has the 2 Element FXR boys just up ahead of him. Oh, what a scrub from Linz. Oh my god, Boy, hold on to it. Ooh, had a check up there in the corner, and now Jake is going to be right behind him for that P2 spot once again. He's trying to lose only 3 points to Boy. And through he goes. Fuck, I gotta remember how. You sign up through MyMXB. That's how you do that. Through they go. We'll see if Boy can hold on. He's holding on just fine ahead of Jake here, but they're losing time to Cam. It is now 10 seconds as Boy mistaking the whoops down. He goes at the end of him. We'll see if Linz has enough time to catch up. He does. Looking down the left-hand side. Neon is Carter Dritzel. So that is what happened to him. Linz looking to move his way forward into the podium spot. Ooh, looking through the sand here. We'll see if he could get the double still. Scrubs it. Gets it cleanly. Does he get the quad? Does. Kind of case a tiny bit there. Still gets it cleanly, though. He's going to step off. Triple. Looks like they all got it, so now he is closing in. That's who that guy, that Carter guy who's saying dumbass kids. Yeah, that's Neon. Like Carter Dretchcell in chat. Yeah, that's Neon. So we'll see what Linz could do as it's now it's a battle for P2. Add you on, I don't know. Oh, on Steam? No, I would prefer not. I probably won't accept it, to be honest with you. Keep my Steam friends kind of private. But Linz, even more mistakes. Oh my god, what happened to the Element FXR boys? So Boy down, Jake looked to get squirrely there. Now we'll see what Linz can do. Taking that middle right. Who's back here? That was Tyler finally catching up. Let's see him catching back up in the mix. Boy off the track. Linz is going to move into P3. Tyler almost goes off the track of his own, but now he has Boy right in front of him to get into P4. I unfortunately don't really have the money for that, so I like to save money, and I won't just give someone that I just knew on my Twitch chat a game for free. I barely gift my friends games. So we got Linz in P3 now, Boy P4, P5 for Tyler. See just what these guys can do here. Oh, over the rut goes Boy here. Now Tyler's going to get by him into P4. We'll see if he can catch up to Linz and get a P3. Loving the kits, though. A little bit of camo action here. Didn't get to see him rock anything last week because Alex forgot to send me stuff. And through they go. Oh, looks like Jake had some problems at the end of the loops once again. And through he goes. Linz gets a triple-double, so now he has Jake right ahead of him to get a P2. Didn't race Sim this week, and now he's looking to podium and get a P2 in bikes. So we'll see if Linz can get it done here. Knock on wood. Gets the double across the start straight. Does he get the quad? Jake doesn't get it. They're going to check up and go triple, triple. Linz going to go double, step on. Not clean enough to get the step off. Lost some time to Jake, though, because of it. And Cam up to 12 seconds now. trying to extend the points lead and extend the gap on track that he has in the lead here. And here we go. We'll see if Jake can still hold on. Obviously, Lynn's right behind him. Have to go back a ways to find Tyler. And then we see Boy Reed. And then we're going to go back a ways to see Aiden. Ooh, barely saving it. And then we see Callum on Moto Academy. Don't get his bike for some reason. Not good enough according to Alex, I guess. Then we see Miles. And then Choijin finally moving forward up to P9. He has Miles off of cuts. Then we see Chase. Dorian Merritt. JS7 right here. We go back a little bit further. We got Fresh of 7MX. And then we got Vendrami of Evoke. Good to see at least have most people's gear here. And then we see Davey of Element FXR. Let's go back a ways. We don't have Trey's stuff. Let's see. Do we not have... We don't have Meek's stuff. So we have everyone except for like 4 riders. We don't have Choice stuff. I asked him for it. He didn't send it. So didn't even reply. But he said, I got too many subscribers for you to be messaging me. But here we got Cam still leading. He's got that 14-second gap. Let's go and find the battle between Jake and Linz. They're still close here with Tyler closing in. See just how much time is left and how quickly these guys can pass each other or fight. So Tyler has a shit ton of cuts apparently because it shows him 23 seconds back, but he's only like 2 or 3 behind these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds is Tyler, but it's showing him 8 seconds back. So he's got 4 seconds of cuts here. He might have missed swoops just like I think Brad did in the 250s. Lynn's struggling to get that triple there, but he's going to get the second one better than a lot of these 250s can. He's going to take the inside rut here. Through the whoops, gets a little squirrely. Able to save it, though. Gets the Supercross triple cleanly. And TJ gets it right behind him, and they got a huge gap back to Reed there. So Tyler closing in on Lynn's, but he has to beat him by 4 extra seconds to, you know, take the position away from him on the final podium spot. For anyone wondering, Neon is still not happy. Oh, Lynn's is down. And so now TJ is going to get by him. Getting the triple single into the corner. Looking down the inside. We'll see if he can make pass. He still has him off cuts. Could not get out of the corner. Good. Ah. He sent me a clip, so we'll watch it after to see what happened to Neon. I think that's exactly the clip that he sent me. But we'll watch this. We'll take a quick look see here. After this main event goes down. And through is Lynn's. Like I said, still ahead of Tyler off of cuts, but they got Jake right ahead of him with 5 minutes and a lap to go here, up to 20 seconds now with Cam in the lead. So he's just checking out here, looking to extend his points lead to 26 over a full race lead here. And we'll see if Tyler or Lynn's can get by Jake and make it even more than 26 by the end of this. There's Fish, a lapper for Black Rifle Coffee. Goated company, I must say. And Lynn's absolutely moving around that corner here. Hey, look at that here. You got 18 views on that clip. You got... Don't know what clip it is, but you got 18 views on it. Oh, Tyler makes a mistake across the double, and Lynn's almost lands on him. Oh, look at that. You got a name next to you now. Whew, look, you got a banner. Got a little logo. Nice. Probably admin's reviewing it, trying to decide. Oh, my God. Fish and Meeks battling it out here. The battle for last. Fish moves out of the way. Oh, and TJ into the berm. I think he got a little nervous. Maybe just was keeping an eye on Fish and unfortunately went into the berm because of it. So Lynn's going to get back by him on track. And now he has to worry about catching back up to Jake up ahead. So we'll see just what Linz can do here. As we'll keep an eye on Jake here. Can he get through? Makes he does. Gets by him cleanly. Actually, a clean run through the loops. One of the most clean looking ones that we've seen all night. And then we got Tyler making it by Fish. Oh my god, Meeks. No, you were just trying to get out of the way there, but if you went any later to try to do that, you would have gotten directly in Liz's way and took him down. Tyler down the inside trying to make a move here. Fish staying close. Oh, what happened? Whoa. What happened there? He must have like clipped his handlebars or something, and bike just shot. Oh my god! Almost landing on Meeks. So just unfortunate for Linz. Boboso Figs kind of cucked him there. So Jake sitting there good. Oh, what a line from TJ. He's going outside there. Oh, and down he goes. This berm is just his enemy here tonight. Finally had Linz for P3. But now Linz might have a chance once again. As now he's trying to get by Fish. Fish stepping out of the throttle. Giving him a good chance here. There he goes. So TJ across the line in P3. We'll see how close Linz can get. Oh my god, he has him by a second. So Linz is still in for a podium here. Good old Linda getting in there. See just what he can do. Oh, Tyler mistaking the whoops. Down he almost goes down, but basically goes down. And now Linz is going to be even closer here to keep that third place finish. So Linz just has to not get cuts and stay within 4 seconds, and he has it. And we even have Reed back here closing on in. And Boy as well, who is leading early down in P6. And then his teammate of Aiden. See, there's all the Element FXR boys in here. We got 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, Meek's down, same place as him. 4, 5. Looks like they're one short of getting all the Element FXR boys in here, because I think they have 6 riders for Pro. So now Boy trying to close in on Reed. Gets to step on this late in the race. Really crucial. I think he did do the single onto it instead of the triple on. Or sorry, double. Oh! The rut kicked his back tire because of this. Wow. Crazy work. Deep ruts. Fish keeping it close. And we got 30 seconds left. Cam has crossed the line, so it's 2 laps to go for everyone here in the 450 main event for round number 8. Linz even more mistakes up here and even farther back, so it has just gone from bad to worse here in the final minute of the race for Linz, as he's now down behind Reed, which I know he's not going to want because Reed's going to go in the chat and clown him for it. But Reed does have his teammate of Fish. Jumps all the way to the right-hand side. Fish tried to move to the right to get out of the way, not knowing that Linz was right there. Thought he was right behind him. And now Boy's right ahead of him. Oh, if this battle simmers down, I'll try to show Miles. But it is Linz, Boy, and Reed battling. Linz struggling, so now Boy and Reed are battling up ahead of them. So Hicklin, if you listen, I'll tell you, I told you what I was going to do. And there goes Reed's mistake, and Linz is going to be close. Let's go get that out of the way. There's Meeks. There's Callum, Aiden, Troy. And here is your boy Miles with the wrong number on his gear. But it is last lap as Cam just crossed the line. Oh my god, he is so far ahead. Alright, so let me go back to this Boy, Reed, Linz trying to get around him. Now, if these guys just gain an extra 2 seconds on Tyler, it is going to be a battle for the podium here as they're side-by-side. White flag. Last lap here for these guys. I think Cam is just going by. Oh, they collide midair. See if they can hold on here. And through he goes. So he is holding on steady here, trying to hold on to a P5 with Reed, making it close for Linz. Down the inside he goes, takes the line away from Reed. Reed tries to cut down, cannot get a drive, has to go double, triple. Cannot get it cleanly. So they go into the sand. Linz gets kicked sideways. Loses time. Reed's going to get by him. But coming to the checkered flag to make it win number 5 of the year, if he could just hold on through this last corner, it's going to be Cam extending his points lead to at least 26 and taking the win here, win number 5 in 2026 here at Daytona, round number 8. So now he's won 5 of the 8 rounds. We've only run 7 of them. So 5 for 7 on races that he could have won Ashford over the bars there. And we look back, we see Callum. There's Boy. Linz is going to finish ahead of him. It's going to be Jake P2. Looks like Boy might get a P3 here because of Tyler's cuts. Linz almost over the bars. Reed's going to get him here. Down the inside goes. Linz going to go outside. So Tyler across the line, P2. Reed's going to cut him up. Around the outside goes Linz. Does he get the drive? He does. Down into the finish line. P5 for Linz. Reed's going to get P6. Boy's going to get P3. So it's going to be Cam from Moto Academy. FXR getting second and third. Boy, who was leading, went to 6th. Clawed his way on back. He's going to hold on. There's Shorjan. Then we see Chase, Dorian Merritt. And then here is Miles for you guys. Oh. Over the bars he goes. Come back on the start straight. Into the final corner. And across the line, he's going to come for a P12 for Miles. So it is Cam, Boy, Jake, TJ, Linz, Reed, Callum, Aiden, Trojan, Dorian Merritt, Chase, Miles, Fresh, JS7, and then we got Davey, Venjami, Ashford, Fish, Meeks, Trey, Messi, and Neon, whose game told him to politely get fucked. So it is now a 26-point lead for Cam. Now let's see who's going to be P3. So it is still Reed. But he loses, how many points is that? That's 5, 7, 8, 9 points to him. So he goes from 42 to 51. And then Tyler gains 2 points on Reed, so he closes in just that tiny bit. But he still loses 7 points. So it goes from 54 to 61. So he's 61 back. Reed is 51 back. So he's 10 points back off a podium championship. Linz closed in an extra point on him, so he makes it just a tiny bit closer. Linz is now back ahead of Trojan in points. So that is that. Thank you, boys, for doing that. Let me... Screw it, you guys can see whatever. Here is the crash from Neon. How's game crash? Let's check this out here. So P7. Wow. Wow. What a game, boys. What a game. That is insane. But I guess on that note, it's been a fun stream. Hey, this is the quickest stream we've done all year. An hour 45, and we're done with racing, boys. Let's go. Until next week, it's going to be round 9 at a round that I should probably know, but I'm too stupid to remember. If I just do dish, I could do that real quick. It is going to be Indianapolis, and it is a triple crown for the East Coast. Ooh, amazing. And then we have an off week, and then we're on to Birmingham, which I will not be able to stream as I will be out of town. So let's keep an eye on that. We'll see if they find someone else. If not, unfortunate for you guys. But next week is round 9, Indianapolis, triple crown for the boys. Thank you to everyone for showing up. Cam getting the dub once again, number 5 on the year. But yeah, that's going to be calling it for me. Thank you, boys, for showing up. I'll see you all next week. Peace out for now. Good luck to everyone in NA.